Yo, what up, cinephiles and entertainment seekers, and also what up, Coop Troop? This is your man, your host, your maestro. This great channel of ours, DeAndre Cooper, coming at you with what? DraeRadio, cinema news and movie reviews. Welcome back to my channel, you guys, for this special bonus feature video that I got. No editing. This is just straightforward because we're stepping into a new episode this week for Daredevil Born Again. Episode 3, that is. And this is my spoiler talk recap video for episodes 1 and 2. Just sharing with you guys my thoughts, my opinions, my reactions for what I witnessed, and what are we looking forward to seeing in tonight's episode. I waited a week to do this because I figured, episode 3, everybody is caught up, or if you're waiting on the back end, leave this video until you watched episode 1 and 2, and then come back and then indulge in the conversation with me and the Cool Troop. But yo, without further ado, let's dive into the recap. Again, spoiler conversation for Daredevil Born Again, episode 1 and 2, while we get prepared for episode 3 tonight. Episode 1, first off, the nostalgia. The nostalgia of seeing Foggy, Matt, and Paige back together. The reunion of an era was felt. It was felt. And within the first 10 to 15 minutes, oh, bruh. Oh, bruh. Talk about the feels. They hit us where it hurt the most. And I'm not even going to front y'all. Again, I said this is spoilers, so let's get down to the nitty gritty. Why Foggy? Why did Foggy have to die? Why couldn't it have been Paige? I mean, I guess I'm already putting it out there. Paige was my least favorite character. Y'all saw Foggy came back with the beard. He a part of the beard gang, y'all. My boy was macking, busting down drinks. Come on, what's up? R.I.P. to Foggy. We saw his last looks. He took his last breath. Oh man, the first episode ain't hold back nothing. It didn't hold back nothing. And what I kind of like about the resurgence of set characters from like Tom Holland Spider-Man or Daredevil speaking, it's not a reboot. It's not a reboot because these characters are already who we know them to be. And I love that. I enjoy that. Thank you, Kevin Feige. Thank you, Kevin Feige, because Paige already knew what the next move was. Paige already knew what the next move was once Foggy got shot. Matt went straight into action. And what's his name? Bullseye. Bullseye, y'all. I've been reading the Thunderbolts comic books, and the character that I read on those comic books loves death. The first monologue of the first issue of which I'm reading, he is telling the investigators how much he finds a passion in just killing at random. He showed that because aside from Foggy being the main person he was aiming to kill, anybody else that ran across his path and sight, y'all heard the people, the DA and stuff. That man killed 11 people. Counting Foggy, let's make that 12. 12 people. No remorse. I'm talking about my boy, he got his rocks off doing those murders. Come on, y'all. And hey, he was matching blows with Matt though. He was matching blows with Matt, but y'all saw on the trailer, and we also saw on the scene actually whenever Matt was in the diner with Wilson Fisk, aka Kingpin, a line was crossed. To where after the beginning scene and everything, you know, from the nostalgia feel to the roller coaster effect of the line being crossed, Matt took the helmet off and it wasn't Daredevil no more. He put the gloves up and it was the lawyer, Matt Murdock. Friendships separated from Paige and Matt. The grieving process had started. And then afterwards, you know, with the trauma still set in episode 1 of that fatal, tragic impact of a death, the show slightly mellowed out, but still on the edge to where everybody trying to pick back up on their life. Matt, I believe, if not with his new firm, with new people on the team, none that I can really give names for first until I probably start talking about the second episode. You know, his identity is being revealed to a set person. What he call himself on the second episode? The Ghostbuster days are over. That guy. Man, first episode was a wild introduction to Born Again. Born Again. There we go. Wilson Fisk, Kingpin, is now the mayor. You feel me? Matt Murdock trying to, you know, rebuild a life and got thrown in the blind dating. Blind is definitely a pun, like unintentional, but blind dating field where he got some new. My boy got some new. Bad encounter at first though, because apparently big differences on each opposite side, but yeah, the therapist lady that we found out she was a therapist. Well, me from just paying attention on episode 2. She was a therapist. Other than that, the first episode was really just carrying the weight of the first 15 minutes, the mellow, the edgy, you know, feel of where is this show going to go, and set the tone for what we were going to see episode 2 and then on not moving forward episode 3, blah blah blah. We get not introduced, but see a little glimpse. Y'all remember like on Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice, where we only got a glimpse of the Flash, Wonder Woman, and stuff like that. We get a glimpse of the new superhero, B-grade street hero, White Tiger. I believe on the Jessica Jones series, wasn't her best friend or cousin going to be that character? I'm not sure. I haven't went back to the Netflix Daredevil series in a long while, so I'm not even going to hurt my brain to talk about that. But somebody drop down on the comment section below and recollect my thoughts, but from what I saw. But we got White Tiger on here. My first introduction to White Tiger was on the Disney recent. I want to talk about like 2010s Spider-Man series where Luke Cage was on there, Iron Fist, Nova, and White Tiger. That was my first introduction to really seeing her in action. But this time we got a man, and R.I.P. to that actor, because I heard he left the Earth realm. So man, that's kind of like real crazy that he got a part to play in this story. So I hope Disney really push forward with a recast to continue his story from what we're seeing. that is being a big point in episode 2 starting off, because episode 2 started off with like not the same energy as episode 1, but still letting us know that, hey, this is Daredevil. This is what you watching. And let's not talk about the opening sequence of the fight, to where we found out there were dirty undercover cops beating up that man in the subway, and then come to find out, boom. I gasped so hard whenever that train impacted that man like that. I wasn't expecting it. That was so unexpected to like very shocking of jaw-dropping moments to me for episode 2. But let's kind of wrap up episode 1 real quick on the spoiler talk. Yeah, episode 1, nothing really much aside from, like I said, the nostalgic grab that held us through a deep transition of emotion trip, because you're smiling, you're enjoying the feel of these 3 friends that been through hell and hot water, to one passing off, and then Wilson Fisk turning a new dark ugly leaf, because he's still Snake. He's still a snake in you feel me, a worm's perspective, but what they call that, wolf in a sheep's cloth. Let me just stick with that analogy. But yeah, just because you big bad mayor, you feel me, you got your 50% of love and hate, brother. We know what you done in the past. And episode 1 did acknowledge Echo. I tried to take in a mentorship, but that went elsewhere. You feel me? Wilson Fisk got like that voice. He got that gritty voice in him, to where, like, how can you maintain such a pitch like that throughout the whole show? But hey, I'm glad they acknowledging something. I haven't heard it yet, unless I just wasn't paying attention. But I read on, somebody posted on either X or Instagram or something like that, on one of these platforms, they mentioned Spider-Man. I didn't hear it, but I read it somewhere, but I didn't hear it. Did you guys hear it? Let me know. Yeah, that was a wrap up of episode 1. I mean, Wilson Fisk become mayor. He won. And yeah, total shock, surprise. They cut it off right then and there. Nothing much but Matt getting into dating again, and we seeing the new change in his firm. Episode 1, basic, simple. There we go. Episode 2, like I said, we see White Tiger, his character, in plain clothes. I'm talking about level 4 security officer type stuff. Like, you don't see the uniform, but you see civilian clothes. He see a little issue, go handle that. Boom, we got the first impact of jaw-dropping, shocking moments of episode 2. Then after that, getting back to episode 1, to be honest, I don't think it was much to talk about on the diner scene with Matt and Fisk. It wasn't really much to talk about. Just, I can't deny it's not very unpleasant of seeing you again type of energy. So yeah, I guess we'll leave that where it's at. But episode 2, yeah, mostly involved around White Tiger and his being, and him going against the dirty cops. Matt picking up that case, to where his team was like, "Come on, big dog, you fighting New York City Police Department with a cop killer." But come on, y'all, we fight hard cases. I'm with Matt all the way. Fight hard cases when it's eligible and legit to even entertain. And we seen all the time since episode 1 his crystal clear hearing, and the way he can pick up lies to which makes him the best lawyer just from his is it superpowers? I can't say superpowers aside from just the extensiveness of his human awareness, but I guess he could just pick up lies, and those set abilities in him makes him be that good lawyer that he is. But yeah, so the true come out old buddy was White Tiger, and boom, I feel like this is definitely the start of, they ain't really acknowledged She-Hulk, so I'm not going to acknowledge She-Hulk, but Matt Murdock being the lawyer for superheroes. There we go. What's Sokovia? Whatever. Little signage. But yeah, episode two was solid. I feel like I like the intensity when it come down to just the show vibe in general. Like, he hung up the mantle of Daredevil, but I like his restraint to kind of set that move forwardness of the line being crossed, because we can see how much he's pushed him back. As big as he did in the last scene of episode 2. He like, come on, man, please don't do this. Don't do this. Like, don't make me do this. Hey, that's a man that don't want to get back into life. It's like, take me out of the game, but somehow, some way, it just brings me back. That's where we at with Matt and him being Daredevil right now. But I do like the way he was moving around on the first episode. Let's get back to the first episode for a quick minute. The way he was moving around that we really didn't get to see much of on the Netflix series, it was solid, y'all. It was real solid and very fluent. It just made me want that Daredevil and Spider-Man meet up even more. Like, y'all know, back in the VHS days and the Amazing Spider-Man series on ABC, there was a TV movie with Daredevil and Spider-Man going against Wilson Fisk. Let's make that a thing, Disney, please. Please, please, please. What else can I bring out of episode 2? The sketchy man that was at the therapist book signing. Didn't he look sketchy to y'all? The first dude, not the dude that was under Wilson Fisk. You feel me? Like the one that hooked him and Vanessa up for the therapy session at the mid-end of the second episode. But didn't that first dude look sketchy? I heard there was supposed to be an artistic, bloody serial killer to be introduced in this series. Do y'all think that was him that we caught at first? I'm not sure. I'm not sure where it's going to go. But I feel like that's all I can give right now, just off of after watch reactions. So, hey, thank y'all for tuning in for the spoiler recap of episode 1 and 2 of Daredevil Born Again. How are you guys enjoying the series thus far? Drop down on the comment section below and chop it up with your boy. This is your man, your host, your maestro, this great channel of ours, DeAndre Cooper, coming at you with what? DraeRadio, cinema news, and movie reviews. Join the Coop Troop, you guys. We are an amazing time. What are you expecting on episode 3 of Daredevil Born Again? I'm not sure. I can't even get that sneak peek because I don't believe I even seen a trailer. Do they even do trailers for like the next episode on the Disney Plus series anymore? But I don't even think they did that with the Netflix series era season. You feel me? But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. See y'all on the next piece of content. Woo!